everybody. This is Mrs. Crow up in the nest, and it is, in fact, a windy one, which I'm not surprised. But we have friends up here today. And first of all, we have Jefferson. Jefferson, hello. Jefferson thinks there's something wrong in the nest. Jefferson, oh, he's looking all over. He's worried. What are you doing? Settle down, settle down. Okay, we'll find out, All right, now we have Jefferson and Miss Georgia, who really likes to do the cheer. Hi, Georgia, how are ya? There she is. So Georgia would like to do the cheer because it's her thing. Jefferson, would you like to help her? Oh, she would like that. All right, here they go. Do you guys have your somethings at home? Find your somethings. And when you find them, come right back. I'm gonna wait. We'll count to 3. Ready? Go find them. 1, 2, 3. Good. Welcome back, guys, and it's time to do our cheer. Here it is. Georgia, you and Jefferson right up front. We're not nothing. We are something. Oh, I like it. And because I'm a greedy Mrs. Crow, I want to hear you guys say it again. We're not nothing. We are something. Oh, thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Jefferson. Very, very, very good job. All right, Georgia, you go skadoodle over here. Oh, and I hear the bell. We must have a guest up here. Who is our guest? Oh, it's Wee One. What's Wee One up to? Here comes Wee One, and he wants to talk to me. Excuse me, Jefferson. What would you like, Wee One? Ah, he has a friend, and he is bringing him up to the nest. Who is it? Let's find out. And in he comes. Jefferson. Oh, Jefferson, what is going on? Oh, he's trying to, oh, this is terrible. What is going on? Jefferson doesn't like it. He doesn't like the owl. He doesn't understand. Why? Oh. Owls like to eat small things. Wee One is, in fact, a small thing, but from my ears, I'm hearing that this is Wee One's friend. I think we should find out who this is. And here he is. I'm just watching the cat go by. Hello, Webster. See ya. All right, here we go. Who is this? It's your friend. You're supposed to introduce us. Oh, I didn't give you a chance. I'm so sorry. All right, who is this? This is Wee One's friend, and his name is Solomon. Hi, Solomon. Oh, Solomon's quite royal, isn't he? Solomon's eyes match my sweater. Hi, how are you? Did you come up here with Wee One today? Thank you, Wee One. Thank you, Solomon. But now you have a job to do, Wee One. What is it? What could it be? Oh, here is your friend. So it's Wee One's responsibility. He's the one who knows Mrs. Crow and Georgia and Jefferson. So it's Wee One's responsibility. As soon as I get organized, there we are. It's Wee One's responsibility to introduce. So, since you know Solomon and Jefferson and myself, you need to introduce us. And so what do? You say, hello, this is my friend Solomon. And Jefferson says, very pleased to meet you. And I say, I am thrilled to meet you. Okay, that was well done, Wee One. Remember, manners. I appreciate them. All right. Well, as you can tell, we are up in the nest today talking about friendship. And we have so many friends at home. And I actually wrote a story about some friends of mine. And this particular story was written for two kids that are grandkids of Charles and Joni. And their names are Max and Maddie. They're grown up now. I wrote the story a long time ago. Well, they were given to them by their grandpa an invisible friend named Martin, because in Charles's opinion, all children need someone in their corner. I agree. So we're going to read about meeting Martin, and here it goes. Martin is in fact the invisible friend. Max was in the room and it was dark, and he did not want to look at the long shadows that crept across it. There was a glow from the nightlight, but somehow that made it worse, and he felt scared and thought he saw something moving ever so slowly towards his bed. Throwing the covers over his head, he hunched down to wait for the attack. Would it be sudden? Would it be slow? Would it be deliberate? His breathing hitched shallowly in his small chest, and his fingers tightened on the sheet. At the last possible moment, he squeezed his eyes shut and tensed, and then it was when he became aware of a low, calm voice that seemed to rumble through him. It was not the monster he had feared. And no, it was not Solomon. Who is it? I don't know. We'll find out, Solomon. Who is it? Max, the low drawl asked. Are you scared? Okay, thought Max. Maybe the friendly voice wasn't too bright. He was, after all, scrunched beneath his covers, trembling. He answered shakily in a breathy whisper. Yes. Once again, the voice asked, how come? Max said, it's the monster in here waiting. Can't you see it? The voice from beneath the bed was now coming from the foot of the bed, and it answered slowly, no. Come out from under the covers and see for yourself. What do you think he saw? Max peeked over the edge of the blanket and glanced warily around the room. Lowering the covers, he looked for the comfortable voice that he had heard. There at the foot of the bed was a shape of someone large and not quite solid. He had silver sheen over the top of his head and appeared to be wearing spectacles. Gently, the person, at least Max thought it was a person, tugged the blankets away. Sit up and meet me. The boy sat up and shook his head, thinking he was seeing things. Who are you? The reply was simple. I'm Martin, and I belong to you. Well, this was a surprise, having never known that someone this big could have been around without him knowing it. So Max asked with some irritation, where have you been hiding? His giant chuckled and then answered, I've been with you since you were born. I just thought perhaps you needed me now. Max thought back to when he had been shaking under the covers and realized he felt a lot better with his new friend. I did need you, he confessed, and I'm glad you're here. Martin continued, I'm here whenever you feel afraid or lonely, or if you need company. This could be a very good thing, because Max was afraid a lot. It wasn't that he was a coward or anything, but sometimes he felt small in this world that seemed so much bigger than him. Martin encouraged him to lie back down and pulled the covers up again, tucking them tightly around his shoulders. My mother used to say that this was making me into a burrito. Max laughed and closed his eyes. Martin drawled in his deep, wonderful voice. Go to sleep, Max. There are no monsters here. The next morning, when Max opened his eyes, he tried to see Martin again. He didn't see anyone, so he figured he must have had a very realistic dream. It's too bad, though, because it would be nice to have a real Martin. Max got up, dressed, and went to the breakfast table, only to see oatmeal was being served. He shuddered and approached the table, trying not to gag at the nasty stuff his mother served. Oatmeal is really good for you. It is. And some people think it is delicious. Okay. His mother laughed at him. Get over it, young man. She gave him an affectionate kiss on the top of his head. It's healthy. Healthy schmelthy, grumbled Max. It's nasty. Before his mom could answer, he continued, don't bother telling me about starving people somewhere, because if I could send it to him, I would. He gazed down into the bowl, and it shone back at him, shining silver. He said, Martin, are you in there? how'd you get in there? Max replied, if this isn't true love, nothing is. Did you know your mother can't cook? Yes, Max whispered back, but we don't tell her because it would hurt her feelings. Okay then, Martin drawled, let's pound this stuff down. With a surprised look on his face, Max watched the oatmeal disappear. You're a good person, Martin. Did you know that? Martin kind of glugged his reply and answered, even better than I thought I was, because this stuff is awful. At school that morning, Max was greeted by Jasper the bully. His name was really just Jasper. Max considered him Jasper the bully, though, and Jasper walked up to him and started in with his usual, pay up or don't pass. He said this every morning, and usually Max just handed him his lunch money, but today, Martin was with him. Today was going to be different. He straightened his shoulders and he said, no. Jasper stepped a little closer and got right in Max's face. What did you say? Max repeated. I said no, and I'm pretty sure I didn't stutter. He could hear Martin in his pocket laughing and then say, easy boy, don't push, he's gonna mess up on his own, just let him. Max looked again at Jasper, and Jasper drew a line on the ground with the toe of his sneaker. Walk over this and I'll flatten you. Max wondered what Martin would do and figured he'd stand there and wait. You want me to hit you? Jasper's voice had gotten louder and a crowd was starting to form. Max could see that Jasper was a whole lot of talk and no action. So he waited some more. Martin was laughing so loud now that Max was sure everyone could hear him. He told Jasper, look, I missed breakfast this morning. From his pocket, you're lucky you. Ignoring the voice, he continued, I missed breakfast and I'm going to be hungry for lunch. I don't think I'm afraid of you. He wasn't quite sure. So back up and leave me alone. Max really wanted to punch him, but Martin assured him that the bully would get what was coming to him. Could have eaten his mother's oatmeal. Jasper snorted in his direction and turned away. I'll let you off this time, loser, but next time I won't be so easy on you. He started to walk away and tripped over his shoelace, falling flat on his face in front of the whole crowd. Someone started to giggle, and then pretty soon everyone started to laugh at him. He quickly recovered and turned angrily back to Max. Max threw up his hands and said, he could hear Martin roaring with laughter and sincerely hoped that Jasper couldn't because he would come back and hit him for sure. Martin quieted down to a chuckle. That was fun. Let's do it again. Max was positive that the opportunity would arise. How about we just get out of here? Martin agreed. Good idea. Well, I love that we have friends and we have people that we meet and we find out what it is to be a good friend. Well, we've talked about being a friend to my grandchildren, and I talked about what is a friend to my kids, and Jefferson? No, it was Jimmy. Jimmy came up with it. Jimmy said, a friend, what did you say, Jimmy? Jimmy says that a friend is someone who's there for the good times and the bad. Sometimes it's easy to be there in the bad times because you know somebody needs you. But sometimes you have to celebrate with the good times, like we did today with Wee One, because she made a good friend. I like that. Why, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate you. And if I called you Jefferson, I'm sorry. All right, books. This one, I am so excited to show you guys. I read it, gave it to my granddaughter, and it is written, let's see if I can get it right, Caitlin Alafarenka and Martin Gonda with Liz Welsh. It is called I Will Always Write Back, and it's also written by both people. So it's her side of the story, his side of the story. He lived in Africa, she lived in America. And she was given a pen pal assignment, and she wrote to Martin. It is a Martin, we've got Martins everywhere today. So she wrote to him, and he was a little boy and she was a little girl, and his reply to her was, I will always write back. because there's something that happens in the story where it takes a long time for him to get back to her. She was worried. She thought she'd hurt his feelings, and she didn't know what to do. So she waited, and he did write back. And when she told him his concerns in another letter, he replied, "I will always write back." And here they are. These are two early pictures of them. And eventually, he comes to America. And I really hope you guys read this story. It's one of my very favorites, and it's actually one of my favorites because it's a true story about somebody doing something lovely. I'd like to hear more lovely things, wouldn't you? Well, this one's kind of a funny one, and it is one of my grandchildren's very favorite books, and it's called Sitting Ducks. It's also about friends, and if you'll notice today, we have friends that don't actually go together, but they're friends anyway. All right, we are so excited that you were up here with us today. Jefferson, wherever he is, Jefferson's gone for the moment. So on behalf of Jefferson, Georgia, Jimmy, Wee One, and Solomon, we are all so excited that you were here today. And George is going to tell you our 3 things that are important. Here they are. It is be nice, be kind, be strong, be something. All you people watching, all you kids, all you somethings watching, I want you to remember that. It's not always we. Sometimes it's I'm not nothing, I'm something. So if you liked us, push like and subscribe. And if you have another thought, remember Mrs. Thumper's words. What are they? Georgia knows them too. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Bye now.